What's up, guys? Jordan Anderson here. Welcome to tonight's episode. It is Friday night, and we are talking about one book and one book only tonight. And I figured I'd give you a little book report. And let me actually just grab it right here. Tonight's book, we're going to be talking about The Ultimate Sales Letter. This book is written by Dan Kennedy. This is actually a fairly old book, but the lessons from it are tried and true. This book is now in its 4th edition. That's what I got. So, read it. And I've told you this, guys, before, that the best way I learn is I teach you guys. So maybe I could save you a little time from reading this book. If you'd like to buy the book, I have an Amazon link down below in the description. But let me get our handy-dandy slides out. Hope everyone's doing all right. If this is the first time you're watching, this is the first YouTube live stream you've ever seen of me. My name is Jordan P. Anderson. I am a pricing coach for wedding photographers. I help wedding photographers get their prices just right so that their clients are happy to say yes. It feels like a win-win, and ultimately that photographers help and make money. Let me check I just realized my mic was down. Check 1, 2. So all of that you just heard was but a faint whisper. Let me start that one more time. My name is Jordan Anderson. Thank you guys for watching. Tonight we're going to be talking about the lessons. I extracted a few lessons from this book, The Ultimate Sales Letter, and I wanted to distill it and shape it and form it in a way that is relevant to you, the photographer watching, the wedding photographer, because the biggest problem that I think a lot of photographers face is their website, getting their website just right. I've talked to hundreds of photographers at this point now, and the biggest thing they say, or one of the biggest problems that always comes up in the conversation is my website's down, my website's not ready. And if you've been keeping up, if you've been watching the streams, we've had a couple episodes about, we've done a couple website reviews, we've done some website copywriting before a little bit, but this lesson is going to be kind of another installment to that series because I think it's so hard. This is something that was totally foreign to me as a filmmaker, as a content creator. I don't know anything about copy. I know how to make cool videos. I know how to light. I know how to I can work audio and a camera, but when it comes to like the words on the page, like I didn't gravitate towards that, and I don't think you gravitated towards that. Like that's probably why you have a camera in your hand. That's at school. If we'd have gravitated towards that, then maybe our lives would be totally different. But because it maybe didn't come natural to us, or just didn't sing to us, that we kind of avoided the written language. And it turns out that the written language and writing and copywriting is actually a huge part of sales. It's a huge part of your business, and especially when you're building your website, you think you just build your website, add some cool pictures, say like things on the headline of your website like, "Hi, my name is Jordan P. Anderson. Welcome to my website. I am a photographer. I am a filmmaker. Please contact now." And you think like, okay, that's good enough. Like they're here for the work. They're here like maybe I'll add a couple Q&As. Maybe I'll write a cute, funny little story in kind of a weird third-person perspective about my journey as becoming a filmmaker, becoming a photographer, and that will sell it. And then it turns out it actually doesn't. It's not. It's actually a lot more complicated, a lot more in-depth than it actually appears. And it just... So that's what tonight's goal is. Let me switch over to our handy-dandy slides. Make sure that I have it all queued up just for you guys. Tonight's main goal is to sell your photography services. And when I say sell, I mean, push people towards convincing them that they should choose you as their photographer and book with you. And if I can help you tonight with this lesson and showing you the words that you choose, the words that you write on your page, the words that you put in order in the how you sell it, how you sing it, how you put it in front of your audience on your website, in your Instagram captions, everything. This all has very relevant information. So again, if you're keeping up and you want to check out the book is The Ultimate Sales Letter. I'll give you my review at the very end. But I have an Amazon link down below. If you want to get it, check it out. I think it's worth the read, for sure. We're going to do 4 lessons tonight. 4 quick lessons. Try to be as brisk as possible with this. The first draft, number 2, writing for strategy. Not Q&A, but A and Q. The passion is the 4th lesson. So let's start with first Lesson number 1, your first draft. Very simple. We all know our first draft. We all remember English class where we had to write our paragraphs, our essays. When you are writing, before you open up Squarespace, before you open up WordPress, whatever website platform you have, start with just in a document. Notepad, Notion, Google Docs, whatever it is, and just write out your world. Write out your life, write out what you're going to say on this website. When I first built the new Webflow of mine, jordanpanderson.com, I first opened up Notion and wrote down every single thing that I was going to put on the website. Before I took any photos, before I designed it, before I laid it out, got all the padding and margins and color schemes, and everything started with just writing the first draft. So write more than what you're going to think. And I would say at this point, drop your inhibitions. If you sound goofy, if it sounds rambling, that's okay. If it sounds boring, just keep writing. Keep just whatever information you're trying to sell, if it's your services, your journey as becoming a photographer, the packages that are included. As if I were to hire you as a photographer, write all of that out and just go for it. Don't edit yourself. Don't talk yourself out of it. It's just in a private little Google Doc sheet. Who cares? No one's reading it. Just you. Write. Just keep going. I don't feel like we need to talk too much about that. Lesson number 2 is now writing, or I should say rewriting for strategy. So you're going to feel like you have too much. Like you're going to write all this stuff out. And it's very, I think every copywriter feels this way, the professionals and the amateurs, that you're going to just write your heart's desire, write everything you can about what it is that you do with your life, all the, the services, the origin story, the journey, the hero's journey that we talked about a couple weeks ago. You're going to feel like you have too much, and you're going to look at this, and it's going to be like, you might have a word counter at the bottom, and it'll say 1,000 words or 1,200 words. You might pull that off, and you're gonna be like, "This is so what? This is too much," and it is. You're gonna feel this way, and it is too much, and that is okay because I want you to kind of keep in mind that there's this kind of, not to say that there's this balance or that one is greater than the other, but the priority should be clarity. And if it takes 1,000 words to get that clarity, that's okay. I'm less worried about the length, and I'm less worried about the word count, and I'm more worried about, is the message clear? And can it be clearer than what it is right now? If it's at 1,000 words, or if it's at 500 words, your whole website, is that the clearest message where it's crystal clear? I totally get you. I totally understand your personality. I understand what you offer, why it is you offer this. How can I go about booking with you? If that is totally clear in 500 words, that's what I care more about. And so you're going to look at this, you're going to talk yourself out. When you're writing out everything, you're going to be like, this is too long. No one is going to read this. And that's exactly what you're going to ask. Who is going to read all of this information? This is just Jordan, you're telling me you're going to write 1,000 words on your website and someone is going to read all of that, every single word? And yes, they are. The one type of person or the one group that you are actually aiming for, and that's your likely customers. If they don't feel like buying, if they were never going to buy in the first place, then yeah, no shit, they're not going to read. We're targeting our customers. We're targeting the people that are going to likely respond, likely to buy with us, likely to hit the contact, hit the book now, hit the call to action button that takes them to the next step of the process of booking with you. So yes, you ask, who's going to read all this? You are writing for your buyer. You are writing for the person that is going to book with you. Because you just have to think about how you shop yourself. The quote from the Ultimate Sales Letter is, real prospects are hungry, Real prospects are hungry for information. Think how you shop. How do you normally shop? Do you want as little information as possible? Do you want to skip over all the details before you fork out $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on somebody's services? Or if you were going to actually spend that amount of money, do you kind of want to dive in, read everything there is to read, Go through every page on the website if you can. Read every review, every single detail. I want to know exactly what I'm going to get in this package. What does it mean? Who are you? How did you get this job? What makes you qualified? Do you have reviews? Do you have other clients? Do you have other testimonials? Everything. I want to know every single bit of information that there is to know. So yeah, so don't feel like you're just kind of so that's what I like. Put that to rest that you feel like you're writing too much. Give me the details. I want to know everything. When I was working on, I'm still working on the perfect wedding package. By the way, go to theperfectweddingpackage.com to see all the copy that I've tried to do and experimented with. I look at it and I'm like, who the hell is gonna read all this? I feel the same way, especially on mobile, where it's just a wall of text sometimes, just screen. Like there's a way that we're gonna design it, and I don't know, we're not gonna cover that tonight, but just put that to bed, put that myth to rest that if you feel insecure that no one's going to read this, Jordan, this is way too much, your buyers are. Your ideal buyers are. So some quick tips for strategic writing I could articulate tonight. Strategic writing, let's get a couple quick tips. Just keep the pace going. Fuck English. Yes, fuck the English language. Not fuck grammar. Grammar is important to making a sentence make sense. But you have to throw out all the rules and lessons that your English teacher taught. Spelling properly, grammar is important, of course. But in terms of, should you put the Oxford comma here? Wait, this is a quote. Wait, you can't capitalize all these words. Okay, why is this word only capital, all caps, but all the other words are regular case? Or you only need one punctuation here, or semicolon instead of a hyphen. It's like none of those rules apply when you are writing copy, when you're writing headlines, when you're writing the captions of your Instagram posts, when you're writing the blurbs or the blog posts that come with all the portfolio pieces that you're putting in front of your clients. You just don't get caught up in that. Number 2, write for the skimmers. Okay, yes, this is one style design that I will add into there. You're writing for length to give as much detail to your ideal buyer, but your ideal buyers, there's a spectrum within that as well as there's a spectrum within the potential clients. So within your ideal buyers, you're going to have the ones that like to skim, the kind of very impulsive, and then you're going to have like the slow analytical readers. I want you to first and more focus on writing for the skimmers, because the skimmers are going to skim around, look at the headlines, read the bullet points, look at the bold words, the all caps words, and then if they like something, they will slow down and actually read everything, or if they think this headline is curious enough, they'll stop and read that. Your analytical readers are going to read no matter what. They're going to read through top to bottom, the whole thing, try to understand everything. Number 3, never close the loop. You're going to feel like, okay, I got to tell my life story, and I have to have like a beginning, middle, and end. I have to have a nice conclusion to it all, and thank you for reading, and this is the end of the page. When you give that feeling of this is the end, close the book, the buyer goes, okay, yeah, we're done here. Or if somewhere in the copy or somewhere in how you're describing your product or your service, that you start to close the loop, or like, actually, you don't actually have this problem, and I just solved the problem for you in this sentence. Thank you for reading. Close the book. And that's where it's just like, oh, okay, I closed the book. All right, solved the problem. I'm out. Keep them wanting more. Tease them a little bit. So make them want to read the next paragraph. We talked about this a long time ago in email marketing, that your first email says something, and then at the very end, and tease it and go, hey, and if you like this, you can't believe what I did in email number 2 coming tomorrow. And just so, same thing applies to your website. Use paragraph 1 as a headline. So again, another design tip. Big headline, make it curious, add some bullet points to for the skimmers, and then your first paragraph is just basically a continuation of that headline, and then the rest of your paragraphs are the ones that actually give the details. And then number 5, you'll have to find out next week. Just kidding. It's just that's a joke. Never close the loop. You always you look at that empty 5 and you go, come on, what's the next point? That's super cheesy. Lesson number 3, questions and objections. Let us dive into this. The quote from the book says, always overestimate your audience's intelligence, assume that they are more smarter than you actually than they give themselves credit for, because they usually are. But never underestimate skepticism. Never, ever think for a fucking second that the world is nice and pretty and that everybody is just going to look at your work and go, oh, isn't that precious? That does sound nice. Well, that is great. There's no way that they're being dishonest or lying or exaggerating or emphasizing or trying to steer me in any direction. And I feel like this person is honest and what they're saying is honest and their prices are absolutely fair and I don't feel manipulated at all. The world is a beautiful place. That that doesn't happen ever. So never, ever underestimate your skepticism. You have to, and I've struggled with this over the last couple weeks. For the perfect wedding package, I've tried to think, what is it? Because I'm still struggling trying to sell this product. I'm like, what is it that is holding people back? Like, why would someone not buy this product? Or like, what? That's the one feedback I'm always asking my customers. Like when they get it, when they get on the site and they go, oh, it looks great. I go, yes, but why would you not buy this? For what reason would you not buy this? Like, what are this? Like, be as skeptical as possible. Be just a cynical asshole as much as you can. This product sucks. This is trying to scam me. This is just trying to sell me that. Okay, yeah, Jordan's telling me that he's gonna make me earn $10,000 per wedding. Bullshit. Okay, like that. Like, what are the skeptical things? And it's a tough exercise because you think the whole time, like when you're writing your services, you're telling your story about who you are as a photographer, that you should just tell all the good things. You should tell all the best things. Only show the 5-star reviews. Only show your best photos. Never show any weakness. Never show any flaws. Never talk about the time you failed. And it's like, because we've been so trained for that in all other aspects of our lives. If it's for a job interview, if we're dating, if we're trying to meet a new friend, like you don't want to just start. Like if you started talking about all the terrible things you did in your life, you would just turn off every single person that you would ever meet. So that like we're just constantly trained. Like you never in a job interview want to talk about all the times you fucked up as an employee. So just like, okay, just tell them the good things. I want to talk about the good things. And so we have that tendency to take that over to our website and say, let's just talk about the good things. Let me show you the best time. I had the best time ever. Every project I've ever done has been perfect, flawless, no snafus. But when the buyer is by themselves reading your website, they are going to go through the dark thoughts, the darkness, the evil thoughts of what is wrong with this product? What could be possibly wrong with this product or this service? So I'm going to help you answer those objections. Number 1, you hit them with a very direct answer. First, you have to get through that exercise of actually finding the points of what is wrong with the product or what is wrong with your services that you're offering or this. Why should I buy this? Number 1, give a very direct answer. Number 2, a verifying testimonial saying Jordan was worth it. I paid for his most expensive package number 3. I paid for his $10,000 package, and he blew my socks off. It was everything I dreamed of. It was the perfect moment. Me and my husband were so happy with the work he did. Thank you very much, Jordan. We'd hire you in an instant if we could. That's a verifying testimonial. Or you can just tell a story. Tell a story that illustrates the point that you're trying to overcome that your problem customers may take issue with. And number 3, a restatement of the guarantee, basically saying after you give your direct answer and kind of tell a little story, you say, and after all that, if you're still not convinced or you still don't feel comfortable, I'm offering a 100% money-back guarantee. I will shoot your wedding 100%, and if you feel unsatisfied when I hand over the photos for whatever reason, you can have all your money back, 100% guarantee, and this entire thing is basically a risk-free thing for you. So that's what I've done. I've put that in practice on my perfect wedding package. On the perfect wedding package, I've got, if you want to head over to, go to this website here, The Perfect Wedding Package, I have a 7-day trial where I basically illustrate saying everything that you wished of and that you like that you're hoping and dreaming for. I have it in this package, and if you are not happy, if you're not satisfied with this product at all, then you can. It's a 100% money back guarantee, no questions asked, no forms, no waiting time. Just like, yep, didn't like the product, Jordan. Refund on the spot. Boom, instant money back. That's what I put in the package. So I have a 7-day free trial. You can test out the perfect wedding package. You can watch the video lessons, and you have an entire week to go through the whole thing. And if at the end of the week you still feel like it wasn't worth it, you can cancel anytime. And after that you get charged, and you say, hey, it's been 8 days, it's been 9 days, I still didn't like it. I just want my money back. Okay, and that is 100% fine. And even for the perfect wedding package bundle, it is still the same guarantee, the same 100% refund policy, every single penny back to you in the perfect wedding package. Risk-free. So that's what you do. You do something like that. You say, hey, that's the objections, because clients are like, customers are like, they're sketchy. They're like scratching around, like this site is fucked up, or like I don't like this, or ooh, I don't like how that font was big, or like, oh, this site looks sketchy. What's wrong with this? Or like, what could be the problem? They're always like trying to go through like, am I getting scammed right now? What could be the problem with this product or this service? Or like, is this person actually going to show up for my wedding and shoot? Do I even know this person? I haven't gotten on the phone with this person. And finally, lesson number 4, let's wrap it up tonight. Write for passion. This lesson is not too long, but I really want to emphasize this. A cold, dead fish will not sell. Well, maybe it will, but not in wedding photography. You want to write for passion. You've written your first draft. Then you've gone back and you've written for strategy. So you've done a little strategy wipe where you've gone through the objections. You have made it more readable for your skimmers. Now it's time to add some passion. Now it's time to add some panache, some pizzazz, some jazz hands. That's really just going to like jack up this whole thing. Like it's going to make you feel just super excited. Like this is where people say like, let your personality show, or show who you are, or this is your time to add that extra exclamation point to your sentences, to just add the heart emojis, just add whatever it is to show off who you are, your quirkiness, the dumb jokes that you have. Like I've read so many. I roll my eyes at these so much, but I'm actually really proud of wedding photographers and how they write their stuff, because out of all the things that, okay, maybe some of the website design isn't laid out properly, or the fonts are hard to read, or I'm not exactly sure what to do on this webpage. Wedding photographers impress me every single time and time again. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's like how they're so successful with it, but they show their passion. They write with passion. I can immediately guess and have a full, not guess, like have a full 100% clarity in who they are, what it is they do. If I were to go have coffee with them, I think I could, by just reading their paragraph, reading who they are, the little about me, that I know exactly who this person is, in a good way. Not like making like assumptions, but this person seems fun, this person seems like quirky, that we're going to have a good time, and I can already tell by reading this website that this might be the right photographer that we should hire. And you know what? I'm going to give them a call. And that is the path. That's the mental dialogue you want with your clients. Like, they want to fall in love with your work, and then through the words that you sell, through the detail, through the clarity of message that you give them, and then finally through the passion and excitement that you share with them, sharing your story and your passion for love, and how much you care about the wedding process and how sacred you think it is. Like, when you sell them on that, that's when they go, you know what, this is the right photographer for me. And I am going to hit call now, book an appointment. I'm going to set the calendar right now. I like this photographer. Let's give him a call. And yeah, sure, be passionate. And I'll add too one thing, like, be a little wild. Like, I wrote this. Is this what I'm about to read you out loud cheesy as hell? And if you're listening to the podcast and you're gonna go, damn it, Jordan, that's did I write this in 10 seconds? Yes. Copy takes a while. This is only my first draft. You'll love my photos so much. You'll love my pictures so much. Your husband will accuse you of infidelity. And damn it, Jordan, that is cheesy as hell. But you know what? That might just be me. That might just be my personality. So, That about wraps it up. Let me give a little recap. I think we did a nice little recap. I want to thank you guys for watching. Let me check the chat to see if we have any questions. Nope, not seeing any. That is fine. And so let's kind of review tonight's lesson plan, what we went over. So in the first draft, very short and sweet, quickly, just write. Drop all inhibitions, just go for it. Do not edit yourself in the beginning. It's not, and before you even lay out your website, we've already talked about this, before you even lay out your website or do anything that in terms of which portfolio piece you're going to put first, it's like, just write your website. Write the headlines, write the body, write your About Me page, write your contact page, write it all out. Number 2, writing for strategy. We talked about a couple things. You're going to feel like you're writing way too much. You're going to feel like you're writing a lot. But in essence, writing for length is not as important as so much is writing for clarity. If it takes you 500 words to say something clear, fine. If it takes you 1,000 words to write something clear, fine. Go for clarity of message. Don't focus so much on word count. If you can shave it down, if you can compress it and make it short and sweet while still delivering a clear message, that's probably more the strategy you want to go for. Also, with writing for clarity, don't feel like you're writing too long, because that's what your ideal buyers want. You're not writing for the people that don't care about your product. You're writing for the people that are going to buy your product, that are going to buy your services. So that's where you need to hang out. Give them the details. Tell them everything. They want to know. They will stop. They will read it. A and Q, or I say Q&A. And what I mentioned, and actually, in the Ultimate Sales Letter, Dan Kennedy is actually a hater of the questions and answers. He actually thinks that's a cop-out, and I tend to agree with that. I tend to think that the Q&A section, I've fallen, it's lazy. I think it's lazy copywriting, and I agree with him that your Q&A section, yes, you can include a Q&A section about the typical questions you normally get, but what if you instead were able to tell a nice story and put that somewhere higher up in your webpage where they could read it, and it also shows off your personality, your passion, and also answers that FAQ that people are always getting. And number 4, we just talked about it, the passion, the emotion, the story, the excitement, the quirkiness, the dumb joke, the dad jokes, whatever you got in your arsenal that is right in here, or here, anatomically speaking. Bring it out. Bring out the passion. Show them who you are. And damn it, that's what's going to sell it. Yes, make them fall in love with your work, and then make them fall in love with your story. So that's going to wrap it up for tonight, y'all. My name is Jordan P. Anderson. I hope you guys enjoyed tonight's stream. I want you guys, in the meantime, if you thought this was helpful, if you thought this was something that is worth your time, then I think you're really going to like the Perfect Wedding Package. This Perfect Wedding Package, it's a course, it's a template, it's a guide for wedding photographers who are looking to get their clients to say yes to their most expensive package. That might be something that a lot of photographers struggle with. And I say most expensive package, what I really mean is we're trying to help photographers. I'm trying to help you earn more money this year. I know 2020 kicked our ass, cut our income in half probably, if not by more. And you're shooting a lot of 2020 weddings right now, and you're feeling probably like, I'm lagging behind, I'm not making enough money, I'm shooting these weddings from last year, I'm not going to hit my quota this year, there's got to be a way I can raise my prices, or like, I got to start figuring out how I can make more money. And one way, the quickest way, yes, you can go do side hustles, you can go get a part-time job or whatever, but the quickest and most immediate way that you can change and shape the future of your business as a photographer is to raise your prices and to get better at convincing, not convincing as in manipulating. That's a loaded, it always feels like sales is a loaded word. We are presenting a package to our clients that gets them excited to say yes. That is our goal. And if they say yes to your cheapest option, your most expensive option, or your middle option, it doesn't matter, because you are happy with the packages you're putting in front of your clients. You're not feeling like, shit, they chose the $1,000 product. Damn, they chose the $2,000 option. I wish they chose the $10,000 option. I show you in the Perfect Wedding Package how to put everything together so that you feel you're walking away from every single project with a huge amount of profit. With the profit is always baked in to every single project that you do as a wedding photographer. So all the guides, the lessons, all included. It's a 7-day free trial. Go to theperfectweddingpackage.com. Sign up today. You can cancel anytime. There's no charge on your credit card. And that is going to wrap it up tonight. So, my name is Jordan Anderson. I am a pricing coach for wedding photographers, and I will see you on Monday. And if this is the first time you're watching this video, join me, hit the subscribe button,